Hi, everybody. We're on yet? I couldn't find anybody else live or anything, so I'm sure people are. I just don't know their freaking pages. What's up, Craig? We're all good, man. Man, you popped in here fast. Got a new channel on Boxing Global. Yeah, Jared's downstairs, so we're gonna run down there. He text handed. All right, but I got, U.S. number, man. I don't know how much it costs you guys to send text and stuff. You've been watching boxing nonstop, probably over there. All right, let's go down. Oh, he's sleeping. Say we go live. What are you doing, Eddie? Going crazy? There's not anybody in here yet. We'll give him 1 minute. What do you say we head over to my desk? Golf's on too, isn't it? Here, you all can watch Jared sleep while I go get something. I really remember the freaking bowl on that. Four quick points. Timeout. 21 behind. It's such a huge event. It's ridiculous. Is this airline safe enough to fly? What, 60 minutes before you make your reservations tonight? Back at 17, Ryan Moore had a good shot in here. Just took off when it landed. Here he is flying the 7 through back. Down breeze as well, will be quick. Well, that's the first one I've seen floating in the back to you today. And some more balls over there, though. We're weekly territory. I think all of them will be one of his 2 back-to-back championships here. 7 or 8.
Oh, Candid Man's in here. Yeah, Jared's watching golf right now. I don't know, this should work. There he is.
What's happening?
Hi, Candid Man.
What's up, Matt? Hi, Jer. How are you, buddy?
We're making some popcorn.
Nice. I got a chicken breast in the oven. Gonna eat that and then go to the gym in a while.
Lucky Lemmings weren't very lucky today.
Did you play the Lemmings?
No, Matt played $10, I think.
I just put a video up.
Dude, you got to put a $100 bill in, play max bet. That's the only way to do it.
I don't have to do nothing.
Yes, you do. I demand that you put a $100 bill in and play max bet. It will prove me right. Until then, you're going to continue to be frustrated.
That horseshoe is like $4 instead of $2, like it is at the other place.
That's even better. You can win more money.
You win twice as much.
Yes. Why bet $2 when you can bet $4?
Why bet at all?
You get short of the pins. Go out, you place it past the hole, it takes off.
See,
Be done. On the page by now.
you got to have the magic that Jerry and I had at Horseman's that night. Until then, you know, you won't understand.
Less than 64 years. I hit a favorite. Two couple favorites.
All right. Eddie's looking at the popcorn we got.
Does Eddie eat popcorn?
Are you kidding? Eddie eats everything, including the couch.
Does Eddie need treats? Is that what he needs?
Eddie just ate. Did you see my couch upstairs? I think I showed it last time I was live.
What happened?
He's chewed it to pieces. I'll show you. I'm not kidding. Oh, rat.
I wish I could talk without my thumbnail coming up on the screen because I don't have a cam on. Can't you do something on your end to just show you and that's it?
Yeah, I can just click on it.
Yeah, do that. Click on it.
So here's Eddie's lovely doing the other day. Literally ripping it apart. But whatever. Can you even see that?
Yeah, you can see it. He's a dog. He missed you while you were gone.
He wasn't here. He's at my mom's.
I know, but it's separation anxiety from his master. So he took an opportunity to pay you back.
Yeah. What's up, Jerry Sabantino? The Cavs are getting killed over here.
Did you see the Sixers? Oh, my God. 130 to 103. I can't believe they're even close to being good after 20 games win season last year.
They're like third, aren't they?
Yeah, they're third in the East. They won last night, 130 to 103.
What's up, Georgina and Jose? Did you win something, Jer? Sabantino's asking.
No. Had a good day. I came out even.
Hey, that's a win in my book.
All right. Man, the glare on that is ridiculous.
Can't you close?
No one today.
Can't you close those blinds?
No.
No. Hey, I'll be back in a minute. I gotta go check my chicken. I know that sounds horrible, but I gotta check my chicken. I'll be back.
You got chicken lips.
All right. I don't think anybody else is live is out there, but what do I know? We got a few people in here, I guess. So everybody else has to be bored like us too, huh?
Pretty good.
It's kettle corn, but it's not very sugary, I guess. Go get it, Eddie.
It's easy to count for.
He sits there and digs at it.
Not getting enough fiber.
It is what it is. What's up, Adam? So did I hear this right? Is Tim going to rehab or something? Because he always says that. But somebody said earlier he was actually going to go this time. Some guy in the UK. I don't think you know him, really. YouTube's been crazy over the last month. We should have Jared just be live all the time. Gambling, I think 17. I don't know. He keeps saying he's going to go to rehab.
Sergio Roy, 8 birdies, 60 bars, only 6 bogeys. So bogeys are usually
It needs about 10 more minutes.
Crap.
saw Ryan Moore just earlier, birdie from over the back. Well, he has the club de jour. He hasn't hit on it, but the wind is.
All these people that were in that class keep texting me. I don't even know who they are, half of them, because I don't have their names on my phone.
Did you win the prize?
What prize?
Being the #1 person being lectured to by the cult?
Yeah. We're all in like the same start group or whatever. So in a year, the winner of all of us, whoever has the most apps and the most in AYC, all that fun stuff, gets like bonus money and stuff. I don't know.
How many people were there?
Like 20 some.
And you said they're nationwide, so they came in from all over the U.S.?
Yeah, I was the only person in my division. My division's Nebraska, California, and Hawaii. Everybody else was either in Texas or in the lower southeast, like Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, Texas, South Carolina. And that was about it.
Now, do you have to be licensed to sell in California and Hawaii?
No. Well, yeah, I'd have to get my California license. Any state, I have to get a license if I'm going to sell it there. But like one of my cousins needs some insurance for her daughter. They live in Council Bluffs, and I'm just going to go meet her at her work, and so she can sign it in Nebraska. It's so stupid, the rules. But you got to do everything the right way. So now I can go and get licensed in Iowa and just pay like a fee, but I haven't done it yet. So that's on my list of things to do.
Yeah, it's close enough to do it. You should probably get all the surrounding states that you travel to. South Dakota, Kansas, Missouri, Iowa.
Yeah, but I really don't want to travel too much to do this. But if I had to, I guess I would.
Yeah, but you set up your appointments to where you're on the road for 3 or 4 days, and you just make a roundabout. You know, hit the big towns and have your appointments set up in advance. It's worth it. Let some other punk get it. You know.
Yeah, there's plenty to do around here for now, though. Here.
I know. What's up?
How's Washington? It's probably hot out there by now. It was 73 degrees, and then last night we had an ice storm. Freaking crazy.
Yeah, I was watching that. It was funny. Blizzard warnings in Nebraska. I was kind of chuckling at that in the middle of April.
Yeah. I saw you left a message on my my other page, my mom's thing. I need that. I didn't go in there yet.
I learned how to leave comments in bold, italic, or strike through. I didn't know you had that ability, but in the comment section you can do that. You can do all three. If you want to leave it in bold, you put an asterisk on either side of the word or the phrase. If you want to do it in italics, you do an underscore on either side. And if you want to do a strike through, you do a dash on either side. So it's pretty interesting.
There you go. You're learning so much, Gandon, man. We're so proud of you.
I know it.
Did you get your summer clothes?
Not really. I went to a Timberland outlet and got some shoes and a belt, and then I went to Eddie Bauer's and got a pair of pants and a couple shirts. And then I did some grocery shopping. So that's about it.
With that money they gave me, even though they only gave me half of what they gave everybody else, I got a couple more dress shirts and another freaking tie because I was running out. I don't have very many dress clothes. But.
No, me either. I'm not a suit wearer. Never have been.
I'm not either, but I have to dress in one tomorrow too. Oh,
well, as long as it pays you to do it, then it's worth doing. That's the end all right there. You know, sometimes you got to put up with something you don't necessarily like to get that cash.
I don't mind it. It's just whatever.
I like
because I didn't have to travel. I'm dope.
I like dressing up when I'm going out or, you know, with somebody, or it's a formal social affair where everybody's dressed up, then I don't mind it. I don't like wearing suits and ties to work, though. Oh, forget about it.
My thing is I sell to mostly, a lot of guys are like truckers or, you know, self-employed people. If I show up in a suit all the time, I don't, you know, I can wear what I have on now most of the time and just be fine. And they'd rather see me in this than being all dressed up, especially if I go out to their house.
Well, I would think that you could relate to your clientele better wearing casual. I mean, not sloppy, but, you know, casual. Pair of slacks, maybe a polo or a button-up or something like that. But full-blown, if I was going to buy insurance from somebody and they walked in a full-blown suit and tie, I'd feel a little uncomfortable with the situation personally.
Yeah. Usually I wear black pants with a like a polo thing that says my company's name right there or whatever.
Yeah, I mean a jacket, you know, a casual jacket with no tie, you know, something like that's cool too. You know, you can wear a nice jacket with a pair of jeans, you know, and a pair of Timberlands, and you know, it's something trendy that somebody's going to relate to, especially your younger clientele. You know, that's your long-term customer there.
I think I'm going to start wearing overalls and taking sweet corn around to people.
Go to farmers houses with
literally
a
right
dog.
down the street. My mom's friend Tom, he farms like literally right down the street. I can go pick whatever corn I want anytime. So I was actually thinking about that. Like if I go to somebody's house, maybe I'll take them a whole bunch of sweet corn. Sweet enough to do.
Sweet corn used to be cheap. I mean, I remember when it was $1 a dozen at some of the orchards that we used to get our. You had 4th of July, which was the first. Then you had Super Sweet, which was the best, and then the end of season you had the Iowa Chief.
Yeah.
Those were the hybrids. Oh God, I miss that. All they have on the East Coast is Queen white crap. Oh, they don't know what good sweet corn is.
You know, it's sad we're talking about sweet corn, right, on YouTube.
Well, I bet you a lot of people find it interesting. You know, I mean, it's second nature to us, but to a lot of people, they probably didn't even know that there was different hybrids of sweet corn. So there you go. They just
People in the UK, I guarantee, has never had the sweet corn we have literally right down the street from us here.
Well, yeah, and you can't experience it if you go out and pick it. My father and I used to go out and pick it in the afternoon, and I'd clean it and we'd cook it that night and eat it. I mean, there's no comparison to that. There's just not.
But butter and salt, look out.
And pepper. Yeah, gotta put some pepper on, black pepper on there. Yep. Sloppy. I mean, I'd eat 6-8 years easy for supper, sometimes more depending on what we had with it. Sometimes all I'd eat was corn for supper. I wouldn't eat anything else. I'd just eat the sweet corn.
Nobody's talking. Are we scaring everybody off with our sweet corn talk?
Oh, I think they're watching you eat.
It's popcorn.
There's 13 people in the room, and 10 of them are chicks that want to get to know you because you're going to be making 150 grand a year soon.
Yeah,
You
right.
have a house. You have a house and a dog. All right, I got to go check my chicken again. I'll be back.
A house and a dog. Go get it.
All kinds of possibilities as we head to the 72nd years. The lineup tonight on CBS.
Told you.
All new
Told
60
ya.
Minutes, and then Reba McEntire.
Told ya.
The Academy of Country Music Awards tonight live on America's #1 network.
Your other half grows his own corn. Is that on his toes?
Again, Ken wins it with 3. It's playoff time.
I don't know whose baby this is. Look, my new nephew was finally born. I don't know who it is. Congratulations, I guess. Jose, the Mavericks didn't make it this year, man. What's up, Mike?
I think the two clubs that can ruin your confidence the quickest have to be the driver and the putter, don't you think? Absolutely. 17 so here it is for this. Yeah, that makes sense. So the 18 hole is perfect, Callum.
Is today's tournament close, or who's winning?
It's tied right now. Well, under. One guy was ahead by 2, but he bogeyed 2 the last 3 holes. I don't know.
I think I saw Dustin Johnson was up there, wasn't he? You know?
Hey, Georgina said her other half grows his own corn on his allotment. So you guys have plots over there, don't you? Just kind of communal gardens, but they're not communal. They're just plots. I know in Germany they would have plots, just little squares in the middle of the city where everybody go garden. And then they build little day homes on them, like little tiny houses on them.
Georgina's mistaken. He grows his own corn on his feet.
Not sweet. It's definitely not sweet corn.
They're a little sour. Oh, Mark Cuban knows what he's doing, Jose. Just not for the fans, though. You should
So
try.
I heard the bookies are taking odds on whether Timmy goes to rehab or not. Is that true?
I don't think you get very good odds on that bet. Uh-oh, Toasty's in here. Look out.
What's up, Toasty?
We're all eating and we're on this thing. Sorry, everybody, but
I'm eating a chicken breast and Matt's eating popcorn.
yeah, Toasty, he sent me a couple messages, man. He's all good, he said. Jared, did you win on the horses? I don't think Jared played anything.
Somehow I don't think Toasty was worried about James 84. That's just a hunch. It's a hunch, Toasty. Just a hunch. You weren't too worried about him. Call me crazy.
No, that James guy, I think there was quite a few of us that were kind of worried about him a little bit.
No, him and Toasty weren't on the best of terms. I thought maybe Toasty sent some of the boys down from the Northeast to ice him.
Toasty, I saw Newcastle beat Arsenal earlier. You were probably buzzing about that. Jared, give everybody in the UK a pure lock. Kentucky Derby's coming up, isn't it?
Justify.
What? Testify?
Justify.
Justify. Everybody look up Justify for horse racing in the U.S. I have no idea who it is.
For the Kentucky Derby. Get out your best hat and mint julep.
Just bet number 5 horse, whoever it is.
Justify with the J.
That Grand National, do you know anything about that, Candid Man?
Nope.
They do 40 horses.
Oh, the race, yeah. I just don't
In
know
like
who
4
races.
miles or whatever. And somebody that won it was called like, I don't remember, what was it, Tiger Tail or something, won it. And I said, what was he doing? Run away from the other horses named Nat and Lisa? I wonder if Tiger bet on him.
I don't think Tiger had any money to bet on anything. Yeah. He was saving it for London.
Justify, Toasty. Here, ask Jer. He knows more about it than I do. I have no idea. Has he ran anything big?
He won the Santa Anita Derby last week and beat the 2-year-old champion by 3 lengths.
What's your biggest win ever? $5 he found walking around the casino one time.
No, he won that. He won a couple grand on that machine that one time. I remember. That,
Yeah, man, keeps talking about Wheel of Fortune or some stupid machine you played every once in a while.
I hit it for $2,000 on Friday the 13th.
This last Friday?
No. About a year ago. They don't have it there anymore. They took it out.
Toast doesn't seem too confident, but Justify. He probably knows as much about the horse as I do.
I don't know. I think Jared studies that program kind of like Mark does the Daily Mirror before he picks his horses.
Yeah, I bet on the Kentucky Derby like
Or Daily Mail.
2 times out of the last 3 years I've won. I won over $1,000 on it one time.
Oh, that was the Breeders' Cup, wasn't it? Unhappy?
There was that, but then on the Kentucky Derby I won $800 the last year, and then a couple years ago I won over $1,000. I don't remember what
American
the heck I
Pharaoh or something?
Yeah, it's got to be on my old video somewhere. Can you bet on the Derby online? Yeah, 100% somewhere. It's like the biggest horse racing thing that goes on over here all year.
Yeah, it's the first leg of the Triple Crown and the biggest, probably most popular leg of the Triple Crown as well. So I'm sure William Hill and some of the European bookies will be taking bets on that, I would think. Last time I bet on horses, I won. Last time I played Keno, I won. That was last March. A year ago, March.
You should make that a yearly trip. Come back, put flowers on the grave, and come see us.
I was going to try to come back this year, but I'm buried right now in work. I mean, I'm just buried. So we'll see how things look in the fall, maybe.
That's good. What's up, Dipset? What a name. Get in there.
It's Joe Scott.
I know.
It's Joe Scott, who's going back to the gym tomorrow, he said, in earnest. He's going to hit it like a madman, possessed.
Good.
15, 16, 17, all inside.
He said he's going to be benching 315 by the end of the summer.
Inside left edge. This is
Fabio, is that a horse? Do you think Fabio would have won?
This is the classic of forget everything else.
Barbaro.
What's your intention? Can you stand up and do it?
Oh, dude, a heroin addict stabbed your friend's dog to death last night. Now, your friend wasn't like a dealer and the dog was a pit bull, was it?
Sure.
No, the friend got confused and just thought he had heroin on him. So
Completely lost the flow to his putting stroke. And you're running.
Barbaro got injured during the race.
100 yards away, but through the
One of the
TVs.
Barbaro got injured during the race. I don't know nothing about it, Jose.
5 years ago.
Last horse. Even short putts.
Oh, black lab too. Those dogs don't hurt anybody. Those labs, golden black labs, they'll protect your kids with their life, but other than that, they don't hurt anybody.
You eating your chicken?
It's gone.
Gone.
It was a huge chicken breast. It's gone. It's got to settle now. I go to the gym around 6:30, 6:45. I'll be good.
Was it finger licking good?
No, it was a baked boneless chicken breast. It was.
There you go, Candid Man. I still got some sweet corn frozen in there.
That's sacrilege. Frozen sweet corn?
Well, that's because we picked it this morning. It's kind of cold out.
There you go. Yeah, it grew quick. A couple days of 70-degree weather, and it was ripe, ready.
Yeah.
On dope, I've benched 355. I probably work out now
Green.
in the threes. That's about it. I'm tall with long arms, so bench was never my big thing. It depends on the circles you run in, though. I mean, that's not a lot of weight depending on, the circles you run in. Back, and it's a different question. Arms, that's different. But, I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's more than the average person does, but I'll never be a huge bench presser from a powerlifting standpoint because my arms are too damn long. I just don't have it's such a long lift for me.
I wish you were my mortgage man. He's always saying, let's try this. Yogi that. FHA. What does BMI even mean, Rick? Back to you, Scott.
I weigh about 260 dressed now. I've lost a little bit of weight. I'm probably 255. Summertime, as it gets warmer, my appetite goes down. I don't lift as heavy, but I'm going to try to maintain my weight and my strength through the summer because I have some personal short-term goals. We'll see. But I'm about 6'6" too, so that weight doesn't look like that much weight on me, in my opinion, but I'm used to looking at the weight on me, I guess you could say. Yeah, I do run at times. I do aerobic exercise, but I do some high volume lifting sometimes too, so I can get my heart up a little bit.
It's not a working member.
Yeah, this company, I gotta switch companies because their leads suck that I'm buying. I'm going to Arby's, I decided. We got coupons.
I'm getting the gyros. I'm getting the gyros.
No, you're not because it's not on here.
There's an Arby's close to here. I got sick once and I haven't went back to them. I don't know what they did. I used to like it. I still like their curly fries though. I'll get their curly fries.
Curly fries are good. I got the 2 French dip sandwiches. It had to have been a couple nights ago. Friday night for $6. They got some good deals when you can get these coupons in the mail. Like this one's pretty good. You 2 can dine for $8.99. You just get the roast beef sandwiches, curly fries, and a drink.
Yeah.
2 loaded Italian sandwiches for $6. The cheddar and beef 2 for $5. Classic bacon cheddar and beef 2 for $6. Arby's is good stuff, Jose.
Have you got Paneras out there yet, Matt?
We've had Panera forever. Tons of them.
Okay. I didn't know if they had worked their way out there or where they started.
We even have indoor plumbing.
See, I knew I left too early. I should have hung around. That was cable TV and indoor plumbing.
What am I missing here?
We used to climb to the top of the granary, Jer, when I was a kid, and we could see all the lights of Omaha from where I grew up. And in my high school, you could look out the library wall of windows, and you could see the Woodman Tower on a clear day. It was pretty neat.
What were they queuing up for at the casino? A free comforter. Forget it.
Oh, I cut it to 8. Start the 4th quarter.
Cleveland's coming back. No, they're down by 10 now.
23 was the most they're back.
A comforter is like a
Thick quilt.
yeah, what you put on your bed.
Either that or a hooker.
It's probably single size. You know, it won't fit on your bed. You should go get it for free. Hell, it's probably a $40 value.
If you could have seen the line, I'm not kidding, Candid. It was insane.
I've never given my ID for a card or any of those rewards programs because I don't want junk in the mail. It's bad enough. I'll take a cash advance and somehow they get all my details and I get offers for free weekends and different casinos in the East. And I'm just like, how in the fuck do you get my information to even tempt me with these things? But I never take them. I just throw it away.
Yeah.
But they know I'll go. If they got me for a weekend, I'll drop a fortune. There's no way. The only place I would go for a weekend where there's casinos is Vegas. That's it. Then it's worth it.
Or a cruise ship.
Nah. I mean, no.
That when you were in town, the couple we'd met that watches my stuff sometimes on here, they were at the casino today playing. I played some spins with them at the end.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Were they the ones that played that Buffalo game too?
Yeah, they like
Okay.
slots too. I think.
So you played live then?
Huh?
Did you play? I didn't watch a video yet. Were you playing live or were you playing at Rapid Roulette?
No, we went to the Horseshoe live roulette.
Okay.
So I figured out why I wasn't getting my free $10 slot play or whatever, because it was free $10 table play this month. I didn't realize that till today. You'll have to watch it. So with $10, I did pretty good, even though I lost at the end some. I'm still up money. Up money and up gas. We got gas on the way home. I'm dope. You're going to Vegas and you, oh, how much money? Holy crap.
Should have been a Grand Slam today. Paid $8.
Paid $8?
Got to do something about that cough, dear.
Yeah, it's a tickle.
You can have pneumonia. This weather, the way it's up and down.
Actually, all four of them won that I've had there. It's just have to come first, second, third. First, they all won. GMC.
Don't just go and enjoy Vegas, man. You know, there's so much there now. Don't worry about the gambling aspect of it. Entertainment's entertainment, if you know. But Vegas, man.
All the transvestites. It's worth your time.
No, there's just stuff around there. I mean, the weather's always decent. There's just so many things to see and do. I mean, don't stay at the tables or in the casino all day. Get out and just observe life in Vegas, man. There's nothing like it.
See, Cannon Man likes to go and observe the transsexuals out there too. Don't tell me you don't.
Hey, look, this one has an Adam's apple.
For fuck's sake. And remember, I just
those with Adam's apples are way better than without.
Jer, I spent time in Thailand. I know the Billy Boys when I see them. That's all right, man. I can spot them a mile away. They don't fool me.
I hope not. Huh, Eddie?
Want to get away? Now you can with Southwest fares as low as $49 one way. That's transparency.
Still windy as hell.
They're not legal, dope, in the city limits of Vegas, but you go outside of Vegas and prostitution is legal. But Clark County, I think they outlawed it. I think you gotta head out to some of the ranches around there. In fact, they can't even. They used to be able to just right on the street. Now one of their ploys are if they see a bunch of guys walking around and they know they're not cops, they'll actually drive up to you in their car and offer you a good time.
And they hand out these little cards all over the place that has numbers all over them.
Yeah, they're escorts, quote unquote. It's like getting a massage and then the chick giving you a happy ending. It's legal to get the massage, the happy endings part. So it's legal to be an escort. It's just not legal to fuck your clients.
All lawyers should be put to jail then.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh, Eddie?
I never understood it though. Why prostitution is illegal? They say it's all the stuff that goes with it. That's any place. Yeah, casinos don't attract drugs, and come on. Chick wants to sell her body. Let her sell her body. Big freaking deal, man. That's the stupidest law I think there ever was. Is making prostitution illegal.
It is what it is. Well, nobody's really talking, guys. We can get out of here. I don't got too much to say. Jared doesn't want to say anything either.
Yeah, it should be dope. It should be government controlled, and it should be based on your on your income. So it should be it should the cost should be based on your income. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I would be a pimp, I think. I think if they made it legal, I'd be a pimp daddy. I'd get a bunch of girls and just go out and make tons and tons of cash. But I'd be a nice pimp.
Well, you tell him. Eddie disagrees with you.
Is that him growling?
Yeah.
That's my stomach. I want a chicken breast.
What is he growling at?
You.
Eddie, knock it off. I'm going to get you. Go get you, Eddie.
Go up and eat a couch.
Who is that?
Go up and eat a couch.
Go get you, Eddie.
Yeah, you're right, B-Mac. Jared is the original pimp. P-I-M-P.
Sipping on gin and juice, laid back, with his mind on his money and his money on his mind.
Every time I look up, it's like Cleveland keeps kind of coming back, and then I look back up, and Indiana's up by 14 again.
It goes to $7. $14. Popcorn's gone.
Has Jer ever paid for a good time? Every time he goes to the casino. It's a good time.
Eddie just don't know how to. How is Eddie with other people he doesn't know?
He's fine. Oh, I know it.
Some dogs are just so nice with their master, and then anybody else they're mean to.
He won't do what you tell him if he doesn't know you too much. Or even my mom, like he wouldn't come inside for her sometimes. And they don't really have a fence out where they live, and there's coyotes all over the place. Braden, what's up? All the way from Canada. Take off, eh?
Canuck.
Thanks, man.
Canuck.
The Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, dope. I think anybody that kills a dog should go to jail, frankly, especially stabbing a dog. It's just there's no need for that. Only in self-defense. If the dog's off its leash and it's off its own property and it's coming at you, well, you do what you got to do. But to go in somebody's backyard and kill their dog and leave the knife in it, that's, yeah, you should go to jail.
You're a good puppy. Calm down. The NHL playoffs. There you go. I know a guy who's big into that. I'll watch the Rangers if they're on every once in a while. The other night, who the heck? We were watching the Boston game. Boston was up like 5-1, though.
Dope, that's actually kind of sadistic, you know. You let him out in the backyard for an hour, you come out and there's a knife sticking in him, he's dead. That's not a normal. That's a pretty sadistic dude or person, I should say, that did that. I definitely let the authorities know because it's probably going to happen again. So
I just go get a pit bull next time. You're like, all right. What did you do? Find something?
Yeah, true onyx with gold diamonds or with night.
Huh?
Is it with night? So onyx with a couple gold diamonds.
Go take it to Jim. He'll tell you what it's worth.
That's
what two kids there.
Jared's stealing rings off people now.
And comforters.
Do I have Twitter? No. If I do, I'm never on it. I don't even know, to be honest. Eddie. Beautiful baby. Yeah, I wish I knew whose baby it was.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Typically, when I have a pet that dies, I wait a couple years. One, for a break, because having a pet's so much responsibility. Sometimes you forego doing things that you want to do because your pet would be put at a disadvantage. So after a pet dies, it's good to take a break and maybe knock out a few things that you wanted to do before you get another one. But that and the next one you get's never like the one you had, so you don't appreciate it as much. You compare it too much, so it's better to wait, in my opinion, to fill that void. Yeah, it's too bad he didn't have a camera.
That is ball game. Is the golf almost over? What time does it get over? 5:30-ish? 5.
I don't know. Last time when they were showing it, it said this is from tape delay or something. So maybe it's over. Maybe they had rain come and they started earlier or something.
He's going to have to get his attention too.
Heroin's big in Washington. I'm surprised. I know it's huge out here. I mean, it's just stupid huge. And the fentanyl now they're cutting it with is killing so many people. It's you almost think it's on purpose. You almost think they're trying to thin the herd of heroin addicts. They just start cutting the heroin with fentanyl and sending it out. But then they turn around and they give everybody and their uncle Narcan. So now the addicts can just OD whenever they want and have their significant other or the person they're doing it with just pop them with some Narcan and they're back out of it again. I just don't understand. I don't understand. They're even talking about out here safe places for people to shoot up. Yes, you heard it right. Safe places to go and shoot up so that they get clean needles and they're not, doing it in public places because they have no choice. Now they can come to a safe place and shoot their heroin.
So they're going to come to your place then? Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's out of hand. It's an epidemic,
They can shoot up for free at Sienna, I'm sure. Half of them do anyway.
Well, isn't it? What's worse back there right now? Is it meth or is it heroin?
It's meth. Heroin's more like North Carolina-ish area. That's like huge for heroin right now. Meth is, Plattsmouth's like the meth capital of the world. And they shut all the big freaking plants or all the big places that were selling it. And like within a year, now it's huge here again. Here and in Blair, it's like ridiculous.
It's pretty easy to process meth, and with mobile labs, it's pretty tough for the authorities to pin them down.
Yeah,
heroin's coming across the border now. Heroin is becoming more of an import. It's just pouring in. And it's so cheap. I mean, it's so cheap to make. It's so cheap to buy. People are running out of prescriptions on their pain medicine, and they go to the heroin, man.
It has to be easy to make.
Well, it's cheap is what it is. It's just cheap.
You just got to buy batteries and some Drano and God knows what else you put in there. Golly.
Well, like I said, they're lacing the heroin, or the brown, as you guys call it overseas, with fentanyl, and it's killing a lot of people. I mean, it's just literally killing a lot of people. And the Narcan is trying to combat that, but a lot of people disagree with the fact that Narcan is being paid for out of government funding because they just say if somebody's got an addiction like that and they OD, such is life, I guess.
What's up, LJM? And what's up, Sinead? Cannon Man, your favorite friends in here. Sinead.
Ooh, Sinead. Hey, Sinead. How are you? She doesn't like me, I don't think.
Who does?
I have a feeling she probably loathes me. Not loves me, loathes me.
Sinead, you jump in the chat with us.
He will be first to cut from about 25 feet. So you have to say there, see where Kim was slightly.
Yeah, that's Mr. Cannon, man.
Both players looking mighty confident.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble.
He'll like that too much, Sinead. Don't tease him.
Not before the gym. I need my energy.
Oh, Sinead, Uncle Jer's here. He got you a present. It's one of them dollar rings you can get at the mall.
There is so much to do in this West Virginia paradise. Come to these
What do
mountains.
you mean? I paid $5 for it. Got ripped off.
Yeah, they saw you coming.
Look in the band and see if it's got a K for the carat gold it is.
No, it's got a C for carrot.
As in costume?
It's got something written in there, but I can't. I can't see what it says. I think I'm blind.
Is that what it says?
It's easy to think that all money managers are pretty much the same. But while some push high commission investment products,
This
them.
is.
Some advisors have.
If you can read this, you're too close.
Fisher Investments never does.
If I went and I gave this to Jim, he'd go give it to him. He'd be like,
Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better.
throw that away.
Most of our clients come from other money managers. Fisher Investments, clearly better.
Yeah, Dope, I agree. They cater enough with the methadone clinics and everything else. Methadone doesn't get people off of heroin. It's just a replacement. As soon as they're out, as soon as they can't get the methadone, they just go back to the heroin or the brown. So
Yeah, method doesn't do nothing.
it's stupid. They cater enough. They need a hardcore treatment or forget about it. But
Yeah, Braden, I can shoot half court shots pretty easy. Jer was there that one time. I don't know whatever happened to that video. It's got to be somewhere. Because you recorded me one time when I was using both hands, weren't you? How many did I make in that minute? I couldn't remember.
6, 7.
I think I got 9, but the record was 11, and I had to run around and get the balls at the end there. Oh, well. I should break that record one of these days.
yeah, Dope, but you can't say that out loud because you'll be considered a bad person because it's a disease. Even though it's a choice, it's a disease, and the do-gooders will down you for that. That's why fentanyl. I think it's funny. I often said maybe it's the government introducing fentanyl to thin the herd a little bit, but then I was proven wrong because the government bought Narcan to bring them all back. So I don't know what the fuck's going on these days.
I don't know if it says anything in there or it's like a bite mark.
Yeah, typically inside the.
Yeah, go get that ring from Jer, Sinead.
Post the link, Matt. See if anybody wants to come in.
It's up there. It's up top.
Yeah, but it might have already fallen off for some people. Yeah. I'll post it. I'll post it since you don't want
It
to.
already is.
I'll post it. Again. There it is.
PGA Tour.
I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, 3rd playoff hole. Made a birdie on par 3.
You're a winner. What?
Oh yeah, Tiger sucks.
Is that what he said?
Thank you both and congratulations. Thank you very much. Jim?
Thank you, Donnie. We're going to be seeing a bunch the future for this young man. He's got now PGA Tour membership. Isn't that amazing? What a month. Got married.
That was your first mistake.
In the top 30 there.
She's going to take half your money now.
He won't do it again.
37
Won't win again.
status. He's got
Yeah, half that money's hers now.
Got married, won a golf tournament, got divorced. Lost half his cash.
Lost a leg. No more golf tournaments. What's up, Terry? Are you still off? You're drinking? Well, get him. If you're gonna shoot like that, you might as well just shot the 3. How's he doing? Good job, Terry. Keep going, man. Come on. Oh. I see you.
Terry, she said you're her one and only, and that nothing compares to you. That's what Sinead said. Nothing compares to you.
Actually, she said your little tail's bigger than the little thing you have in the front.
I thought that was pretty catchy. Sinead O'Connor, nothing compares to you. No, never mind. I tried.
Wasn't she keep trying to kill herself, Sinead O'Connor?
I don't know. She did Saturday Night Live and pissed a lot of people off, though.
She's a little crazy nowadays. This game is over, especially now.
What do we think about Syria, Matt? What do you guys think about Syria and the airstrike? What do you think?
You better get out of there right now if you're in there. That's all I got to say. Probably a little too late.
No, we deconflicted the airspace, and by deconflicting the airspace, we let the Russians, gave the Russians enough time to let Syria know to get the people out of there. So it was more of just a statement saying, stop, Bashar, stop using chemical weapons. We don't care. Just stop using chemical weapons. Yeah. That was about it. Of course, Russia did its old cross this line. Okay, cross that line. You know, they'll be. It's kind of funny, but no, I don't know where the fear of Russia really is, other than the fact that they have nukes. But there's a lot of countries with nukes. They if they ever used them, it would be the end game for everything. So you'd hate for a third world country in conflict to start a nuclear war between two superpowers. Conventionally, we would just stomp on Russia in days. They couldn't even hold a candle to the Allies. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm dope. We'd win a war against Russia in weeks. I mean, honestly, we would. You got to understand what we're dealing with over there. It's just a bunch of outdated technology.
After a couple of weeks, they'd be throwing snowballs at us.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be close. You know, it's the same bravado that Iraq used. Iraq had the, I don't know, 4th or 5th largest military on the planet. And, you know, the rivers will run with the blood of the infidels and all this crap. Yeah, it's like a small dog that barks a lot because hoping that you'll turn and walk away because they know they can't compete against you. That's basically what Russia does and Putin does. Putin's just in it for himself. He knows that if he got into a conflict with the states, he'd lose everything that he has. So
if he could beat us, he would have already fought us by now.
Yeah, he'll avoid it at all costs.
As long as they got their vodka, they're fine.
Yeah. But no, Russia's not a threat, other than the fact that they can lob nukes if they're desperate. And, you know, it is what it is.
I think we could send the rednecks from Alabama over there and they could take care of Russia for us.
Terry saying Donald Trump was the best prime minister ever. Come on, you got a good prime minister there, don't you? I don't know.
Not now.
China's not an ally to Russia. You gotta understand that. They trade, and at one time they were both communists, but China's doing their own thing.
I swear my chat is like a few seconds slower than yours. It's even the same in like if I'm watching somebody else live, they're already answering somebody's question before I can even read it on the thing.
Well, you got latency settings in Google Hangouts when you set it up through YouTube.
But even if I'm in like Timmy's page or somebody else's page, he's like responding to a comment before I can even like see it. It's crazy.
Huh. I don't know about Sweetwater, but we got some girls with sweet ass over here.
Are you sure they're sweet? I see some girls with big asses over there. That's about it.
We had chemical weapons. Where the hell were they? Syria supposedly had them. Where the hell are they? Well, Iraq had them, and they went to Syria, and that's why Syria has them. Basically, I can guarantee you, Jose, beyond a shadow of a doubt, 150% guarantee you. Although I can never show you the proof that Iraq had chemical weapons. Hell, 7 years prior, they used them on their own people. They had chemical weapons. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But they, when war was pending, they took off. They trucked them out, and a lot of them ended up in Syria. Believe it or not. That's why I said before, you know, Syria inherited a lot of their chemical weapons and that they supposedly use. But there's going to be people that are pacifists that don't believe in war, no matter what, which is kind of sad because it allows the bad guys to continue to hurt the good people, I guess you could say, in their own countries. But anyway.
Terry, come in here. Is he coming in? I don't see him.
You don't like war. War is a necessary evil. I hate to say it, but it is. It balances the power and it stimulates economy. Sorry, that's just the way the world works. You just hope you're not on the bad side of it. If Chair gets you in a headlock.
Responding to Candid Man?
What's that?
Who were you talking to just now? I don't think
No, you said, or Candid Man will keep talking about war.
Oh, I thought somebody else was in here that I can't see.
No.
I was joking. It's better than nothing. Jer left us.
Yeah, I wasn't too familiar with Obama and his administration, frankly, and I didn't make it. I didn't make it a priority to become familiar with Obama and his administration because I didn't agree with a lot of what he stood for as far as socialism is concerned. So before that, though, yeah, I was pretty familiar with Bush and Clinton and Bush and Reagan and yeah. Russia wouldn't shoot a nuke at the U.S. First, we'd intercept it probably before it ever got close to us, but they wouldn't shoot it. Again, you know, nukes are deterrents. That's what they are. there was plenty of opportunities to use them justifiably by both superpowers, I guess you could say, in the past, and they didn't because they knew what the end game would be. I'd like to see them all gone personally. I really would. I'd like to see them gone, but there'll always be some hanging out there. The greatest chance of a nuke being used was when the Soviet Union broke up, frankly, because a lot of the nukes stayed on the territories, stayed in the independent state that they were left in, and they needed money, and then Russia needed to get the ruble, some backing. They needed something behind it, so they started selling a lot of their armament. They started selling a lot of their nuclear technology in the form of nuclear power plants. But that's where it would have been difficult
Come here, Edward.
to control.
Come here. Come here. Oh, not that way. I think Jared's taking a shower.
Yeah, Jose, that's popular belief, but there's no way a president can wage war. The president's a figurehead, and that's it. Let's face it. The big money, the Beltway boys, they're the ones that control what goes on in Washington, not the president. The president's their mouthpiece. That's about it.
Such a ferocious dog. I should get back in the stupid chat. I'm not even watching what anybody's saying.
Well, Terry's downloading Hangouts. If he's doing that to a mobile device, you'll probably have to do them through email, Matt.
Good. Something else to figure out.
Yeah, I don't know what the division between the French, the U.S. and Great Britain was as far as the missiles were concerned, but I've heard anywhere from 103 to 110 were launched. The ships were actually were kind of there's reports, and I don't know how true it is, that the ships never fired a missile. They were just decoys. And I don't know how true that is.
Some guy in Nebraska was shooting them from here with the joystick.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. They use B-1s. The U.S. side used B-1Bs and their standoff launch. So they weren't even a threat of the anti-aircraft defense systems that Syria had. They could shoot them from a couple. Shoot, I don't know. I'd have to take a look at what the.
They can do a lot from good old Offutt around here. I'll tell you that.
Oh, sure, the drones, sure. Oh, yeah, most of the drones are piloted in the U.S.
Yep.
We had drones in Balad. Hell, we used to run U-2s out of a little island over in the Mediterranean. It's pretty cool. Politics is lost. Me too, Trevor. I don't understand politics. I'm not a poli-sci major. I'm just a speculator. That's all I am.
I don't know anything. I just act like I know some stuff every once in a while. But anyways, what are you doing tonight, Candid Man? Anything fun?
I'm going to the gym in about a half hour. This is my weekend. Today and tomorrow are my days out of work. So I'm going to go to the gym tonight and then come home and probably relax. And then tomorrow, I did most of my shopping and errands today. I got some paperwork I got to do tomorrow evening. But other than that, I'm going to relax, do some laundry.
I did laundry already. I'm good for the week. I need to cut your fingernails, Edward, is what I need to do. But I want to go to the gym tonight, but I I let Jer stay here tonight, so whatever.
Yeah,
but I gotta
Dope.
be at work way early tomorrow, so
Dope. The ladies at the gym are nice, but Sunday night there's usually not that many there. In fact, there's some Sunday nights that I'm the only person in the whole weight room area, which is nice because I can get my workout in and done. But I like a little visual incentive. Trust me, but Sunday nights is tough. You don't want to go in the morning because it's like the geriatrics crew in the morning.
well, there's that. At my gym, you want to go in the morning a lot of times because they have all the yoga classes and all those other classes going on, and they're all the stay-at-home moms that are there.
See, I typically see them in between 1 and 7 are the best time for the gym weekdays, between 1 and 7 by far.
I've had Eddie since he was 2. I went to the Humane Society like 7 years ago, just out of the blue. It was August 20th, to be exact. And the rivers had just flooded down here, and they had tons of dogs in there, and Eddie was just sitting in the corner, and all the other dogs are running around barking. He just stared at me. And his name was actually Toby. And so I said, Toby, come here. And he just sat there, didn't do anything. And then I said, Eddie, come here. And his ears went up and he came walking over to me. And I told the lady, they had just gotten there. Like he had just gotten there. I told the lady, I'm going to take that dog. And she's like, what? Well, we have to clean him up and we have to do this and that. She's like, really? He doesn't even look good or anything. I'm like, I'm taking him. And so they cleaned him all up and got his tags and shots and everything. And here's Eddie now. Come, buddy. So you're not on that concrete floor no more, are you? No. So there's my Eddie story. Candyman's going to get a dog here shortly.
No. I'd probably 3 or 4 years, and I want to get an English Bulldog. They're probably my favorite dogs on the planet. They just don't have the lifespan, unfortunately. I think, what is it? Their average lifespan's about 8 years.
Same as those huge, like, Doberman things or whatever. Yeah. Some of them only live, or some of those huge dogs only live like 6 years. Golly. Can you imagine?
The Mastiffs, whatever they're called, Mastiffs. I like English Bulldogs for 2 reasons. One, they got short legs and they probably can't outrun me, although they are pretty fast. But
you need to find a neighbor that's got a Shih Tzu so you guys can make some bullshits.
Yeah.
You know what movie that's from?
I don't know. It sounds like a Dumb and Dumber kind of movie.
It is Dumb and Dumber.
There you go. Cats are cool, Jose, because cats will take care of themselves.
I am allergic to cats. Forget cats.
I had a cat when I traveled for many years, and I'd be gone 2 or 3 weeks at a time, you know, and I'd come home, and cat was fine. You know, she didn't care. She just did her thing. You don't have to take them for walks. You don't have to take them outside to go pee. All you got to do is clean the litter box and make sure there's water and food in the bowl all the time.
Fun about it.
No, because my cat was a lap cat. So whenever she was in every room I was in. She'd follow me around like a dog, but she was perfectly content by herself. So I got lucky there.
Yeah. Oh, I know. You're so frisky.
That's what I want to. Well, I mean, English Bulldog versus Old English Bulldog. I mean, I want to get something. I want to get that pedigree. I want to get a mutt. I want to get an English Bulldog.
Oh, calm down.
You get it riled up, you got to be willing to take the heat.
I'm not doing anything. He's crazy.
I'd do that with my cat. I'd get her so pissed off she'd hiss and scratch and bite, and I didn't care. I deserved it. I got her riled up.
Jesus.
Get him, Eddie. Get him. Get him, Eddie. Get him. Get him, Eddie. Get him.
Are you happy now?
I'll feel bad if he draws blood.
Yeah. Who feeds you? Ow, little rat. All right.
Yeah, American Staffordshire Terrier. That's basically what we call a pit bull. Yeah, they're all muscle. I think they got the 7th strongest bite, PSI, pounds per square inch wise, in the world. A lot of people thought that they had the strongest bite, but they don't. The Doberman's actually got a stronger bite than a pit bull does. Pit bull just won't let go. That's the fallacy of pit bulls. Once they get a hold, they just won't let go. Get Eddie a girlfriend and have a bunch of puppies. I don't think he cares about having puppies. He just like to have a girlfriend.
So stupid. To go see the tax person or whatever. Finally. What is it? It's May 15th, and you know who finally just got our taxes done for last year. So let's just
April
wait till the
15th.
last freaking second to do anything.
April 15th.
Yeah, whatever.
I used to wait to send mine in till the 15th because I didn't want them to collect any interest on my money. But,
well, we're not like we get money back from last year. It's so stupid. From here on out, I'll be having to pay money in. That'll be fun next year, huh? 1 year from now, I'll be crying probably.
oh, yeah. Yeah, until I send mine, I write the check and send it off. You don't want to be around me. It pisses me off that you work the way you work, and then you just have to set. After you pay taxes all year out of your paycheck, then you got to turn around and send them more.
Well, that's the thing. Even out of every $1,000, I already pay like $80 in for all the other things other than the taxes. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Whatever. Keep my mouth shut and do what I got to do, huh?
If I could tell them where I wanted my tax dollars distributed, I'd pay them all day long without qualm. But knowing that my tax dollars goes to certain things just chaps my ass. I mean, just pisses me off to no end.
Well, I've probably told you this story. So way before I got Dave and Stefan living with me, I worked at a group home where Dave lived at. And there was a girl there. I think her name was Sinead, to be honest. But totally different person than the YouTube Sinead. But she was on government assistance. She had a daughter. And I mean, she was African American, whatever. But she could only work 16 hours a week. And we kind of became friends, you know, when you work at the same place forever, especially at night, you know, hanging out watching TV if the guys went to bed or whatever. And I was like, why do you only work 16 hours a week? You got a girl, you got this and that. And she really never told me until I had moved into an apartment where me and Dave were going to move in. And she was helping us kind of move some stuff. And she goes, "Oh, you guys are so close to my house." And I'm like, "So close to your house?" She's like, "Yeah." And we drove past her house and like went in there for a second. And then on the way back to the group home, I'm like, "So that's your house?" She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "I'm in Section 8 and this and that." And she couldn't work more than 16 hours a week because then the government wouldn't have paid that house for her. The house cost her like $103 a month or something. And then she got food stamps and assistance for her daughter. And then she could also work 16 hours a week at the group home. And there I was. She has a house right by my apartment. My apartment, when I moved into it, cost me $900 a month. And I'm like, "You have a house that you pay $103 for a month? And I'm paying all the taxes for what for you?" Anyways, and she was capable of working more. She just didn't want to because why would she if the government was going to pay for it?
Yeah, yeah. Section 8. I knew a lady that paid $80 a month for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath townhouse where the rent in the same development was probably going for $1,200-1,300 a month. Guess who paid the rest of it? Section 8, government. Your tax dollars paid $1,120 of the $1,200 for her rent, and she was a single lady, didn't need 2 bedrooms and 2 baths, and the landlord was making out like because he was guaranteed he was getting his rent every month. And
It's
then
just crazy.
I've been to court and I've seen people get evicted from their Section 8 house because they couldn't pay or refused or just forgot to pay the $50 a fucking month they had to pay to have their nice place. And the local municipality was actually evicting them because they didn't pay their end of it. If I was a landlord, I'd just pay $50 so I would get the rest of it from Section 8 because they're inflating the cost of the rent probably 25-30%. They're making their money no matter what. If they lose that Section 8 tenant, they're screwed. It's just
Crazy.
fucking amazing how much money goes into keeping people sat on their ass eating the ho-hos all fucking day in this country.
Yep. And then it makes them not ambitious. I mean, that's part of life is like doing well, earning your keep, feeling good about yourself.
It's generational welfare, Matt.
They don't get it.
It's generational welfare. The kids learn from their parents. They know how to live on the system, and they'll continue to do it. There is no incentive to get a job as long as that money keeps coming in their pocket. And they make it so anonymous now. You can walk into a store with your EBD card. It looks like a MasterCard, like your credit card to pay for your groceries. You're not pulling food stamps out of a booklet anymore. I mean, there's no shame at all. None.
They did that on purpose because that was the #1 complaint. What, are you going to make us feel this bad going and buying our groceries because we have to give them a sheet of paper or whatever?
Yeah.
But whatever. And this, when I lost my job in December trying to get on this or unemployment just for a few months, because I literally had no way of making any money there for a while, and they denied me. But yet now that I have this job I do, guess how much taxes I have to pay in for everybody else? Same as you. I mean, and if I make more than $150,000, it's more than the average person in America. It's crazy.
Yeah, but unemployment's different, Matt, because
I know, but I'm just saying when I needed something,
yeah,
they wouldn't help me at all for anything.
that's what I mean. Employers pay the unemployment, so you're justified if you get fired or laid off or whatever the case may be. If you get fired unjustifiably or if you get laid off or you lose your income, unemployment's there for the transition. But it's paid for by employers. It's not paid for by taxpayers.
I know, but my employer should have done it too with what they did to me. But it's because they weren't getting paid for my services anymore because they had moved the individuals to other places and they got paid by the state. So the whole thing's just crazy. If I think about it too much, I'll just be honest, I get mad.
Yep.
So I don't want to think about it too much.
I had a fire employee one time. They were, well, long story short, they were warned 3 or 4 times about a situation. They kept doing it, and they knew they were getting fired, and they packed up their desk and they left. And we get a letter from the unemployment office saying that employee had filed for unemployment. Well, we said absolutely not. She was fired for cause. And I actually had to go and sit before an arbitrator. And I was actually nice and said, I'm not going to go into detail what's going on here. I said, out of respect for the employee, but the arbitrator found in our favor. It was a slam dunk. And as we were walking out of the unemployment office, the employee asked me, why did you take it to arbitration? What does it hurt you if I get unemployment? I said, because we pay unemployment insurance, and our premiums go up if somebody in our company is collecting unemployment. I said, we didn't lay you off. You got fired. It's not instant paycheck after you get fired kind of thing. You fucked up, multiple times. You didn't listen. And what you were doing was detrimental to the business. So no, you're not getting unemployment. Try again. Have a nice day. But fuck. And I will in a heartbeat. Let me tell you, if I have to lay somebody off, yeah, whatever. You get unemployment. That's probably somebody that's got a good work ethic, and they'll be back to work in days. But she was doing something that she shouldn't have been doing on several, and it happened several times. But somebody's doing something, and they're warned several times, given so many chances, and they keep doing it. It is what it is, man. They shouldn't be able to sit at home and eat ho-hos all day until their unemployment runs out. It's just, sorry. Hey, Kitty, how are you?
I mean, trust me. I mean, when I was in that funk, I just had to get over the funk for a while in my mind, I guess. But if they allowed me to sell my house, and if I moved into my mom's basement or whatever and stayed living there and just was so down on myself, and if our government kept paying me money every month to do nothing, or every week, whatever, I probably would still be there doing nothing until my mind kicked in and I got out of the funk or whatever. You got to get out of your mind. I've gone through it many times, so I don't know. It's crazy. So I understand why, Trev, why people do that in the UK. And just like you said, because in their mind, they get it justified that it's easier for me not to work than it is for me to work, because I'm making the same amount of money not working that the government pays me. And that's just, it's not a good system in my mind. It makes you just waste your life away doing nothing.
Yeah, the single mothers over here have a rough time sometimes because childcare is so expensive. And I'm all for if a single mother goes to work and she wants to better herself and better her situation, I'm all for a subsidy while the single mother gets back into the workforce. And then eventually the subsidy will bleed away as she progresses, in her career. I think that's important. I think it's important because it gives the single mother some independence. She's not relying on the government, and it gives a good example to the kids that getting out there and working, you can be successful instead of sitting there, collecting money from the government your whole life. So, but that's typical over here, and I wish they would give more of a subsidy to the single mothers, honestly, that are out there trying to make a go, but doesn't always work that way. Hey guys, let's try not to. We've had a good chat here all night. No drama, no fighting, no complaining.
Well, this is what's funny about the UK community. So it's Trev, Kitty, and Toasty, and nobody's really said anything, but yet you can just already feel the tension because all they want to do is just have somebody to yell at for no reason. It's for what? I
mean, there's
and then they ask those questions like back and forth just to keep egging each other on until it becomes like F you and F this, and I'm going to do this to you, and I'm going to do this to you. I mean, Jesus. It is what it is.
Yeah, I told Matt already, I'm done going into the rooms where the drama is. I'm just not going in anymore. You know, I enjoy these chats, but I'm not even going to entertain any of the bullshit anymore because I see what's going on, and
there's no reason for it.
To participate just makes you a part of the equation, and that's an equation I don't want to be a part of. I think it's bullshit. So I'm done with it personally. You know, I'm not taking sides. I don't care who's.
Well, then I even get banned in any room I seem to go in nowadays. It's funny. I got banned in Timmy's room earlier. I don't know why. I said hi to everybody. Apparently, don't let him talk. He talks too much sense, I guess. If you're not crazy enough, you can't talk in those pages anymore. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, banter is banter, and I get it, but you know, this has gone outside of YouTube, and it's just something that I choose not to be a part of. You know, there's bigger problems in the world than who's talking to who on YouTube, and alliances and clans and gangs and whatever. You know, I like having conversations with people and learning about culture and hearing different things. And, you know, I don't like somebody banning me because I talked to this guy last night. And it just doesn't make any sense to me. It's my fault, Toasty. I started it 5 years ago. How did I start the drama? I fucking like that.
And then if you think about it, what kind of turns me off with the whole thing, you think about all the people that are yelling at each other back and forth, and you actually look what everybody looks like. I mean, if everybody was in the same room, we'd seriously have the cast of Hills Have Eyes on here. I mean, it is ridiculous. And everybody's yelling at each other. Like, oh, my God. Maybe this is why I get banned in every room I go in now. But
yeah,
enough's enough. And then all these people love this governor, some big fat guy with a beard. Aren't you afraid of him? Really? What's he going to do? Try to sit on me? Like, it's ridiculous. The whole thing is just ridiculous over there.
I watched
a guy I've been yelling at for 3 years, and now we're best friends. And oh my God, it's stupid.
I watched a video today. Take care, Georgina. I watched a video today, not too long ago, where a grown adult literally sounded like a first grader, goading and egging people on. And it was just the most ridiculous thing I ever saw in my life. And this is a person who takes himself very seriously. And I'm just like, oh, really? Maybe I don't get this whole thing. Yeah, I'm done with it. You know, I'll come in here and talk, but Tim's room, Kitty's room, Gov's rooms, or South's rooms, all the different rooms that have their talk. If that stuff's going on, I'm out. I'm just not in it. I'm not gonna participate in it.
And it does suck though, because like if I work all day, sometimes I don't get home till late at night or whatever. But it was fun to like get home and be able to go in a chat for like an hour before I thought about throw the TV on, go in a chat, say hi to some people. So you're, not just sitting there by yourself watching TV. But now it's like anytime anybody's on, it's just crazy almost. I don't know. I don't even know how to say hi, because I'm not trying to be on anybody's side, really. I'm just like, whatever.
It's it's a whole different dynamic with the live chat aspect of it. It's just a whole different dynamic. I mean, when there was videos and comments and stuff, it was different. But the live thing, everybody's going live now, and it just gives everybody a chance to be ignorant. And I was ignorant one time. One time I said something that I regret saying, and I won't repeat it, but I shouldn't have said it. I got caught up in the moment, and it was stupid, and I just kind of backed off at that point. But it changed. It changed the way things kind of worked on here, and I don't know if it'll ever go back to the way it was, frankly, or not.
It's sad when Grant's probably got the most civil chat page when he goes live on here than anybody.
Yeah, I enjoy the shit out of Grant's chats.
Yeah.
You know, it's just so laid back and relaxed.
Oh boy.
I mean, even Toasty used to just do fun little videos with
I
roulette and stuff. Man, I love Toasty's videos.
back in the day. And then you got to put them back up, Toasty, or start doing videos again.
I mean, those were the fun times. Those were the good days where you could just, you know, have fun and nobody was up anybody's ass, you know. But now it's horrible. It's horrible. And it's people that know each other outside of YouTube too, which makes it worse, you know. I don't know. It's a shame.
I think we're going to go get food, everybody.
Yeah, I got to get to the gym. I'm glad you said something. Shit, it's already almost 6:45.
I know, Toasty. We got to bring it back, so.
Toasty, you got to show your shoes in roulette, man. It's mandatory. Toasty shoes, sitting on a stool in front of a fob tee, and then.
I still remember Toasty winning 700 quid on a flop tee that one time walking down the street. Oh, I'm washing my balls, everybody. It was unbelievable. Whatever he was doing. I used to laugh my ass off at those videos. Oh, the good old days.
I learned tier on English roulette from Toasty's videos.
Well, yeah, I didn't know what that stuff was over here.
No, because it's a whole different thing, man.
Yeah.
Toasty taught me tier in English on the English roulette wheel or French roulette wheel, the single zero roulette wheel.
The other side by number 5.
It's not the same anymore.
All right, everybody. Thanks for popping in.
Maybe I'll do a live one of these days, Matt. But it's not. Mine won't be as exciting as yours because there's no video with mine.
Who cares?
All right, man. I'm off to the gym too. Thanks for the live, Matt. It's good talking to you. Good seeing you, Jer.
Bye.
Oh, yeah, everybody. Say bye to Uncle Jer.
Bye, Eddie. See ya. I'm out of here.
All right, there's Edward. Bye, everybody. We're going to go get some Arby's. We're not making a run for the border tonight, at least.